Hello everyone, I'm the old guy and welcome to my Let's Play of Fallout. This is the first episode and we're about to start a new game. But let's take a look at the options here first. Game preferences, I'm going to hit default, switch everything to default, and the only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to turn the subtitles on. I'm going to raise the sound effects a little bit and the speech volume I'm going to max out.
War never changes.
A beautiful quote by Fallout there, and I want that loud and clear. Press done. Now let's take a look at the screen settings. The screen settings here may be controversial. I like playing at the lowest resolution. I believe the game was meant to be played like this. I enjoy the close feeling of it. I can see a lot more detail, and I find it hard to read the text when we get into higher resolutions. So we're going to leave it like this. This is the way I enjoy it. And I'm playing in windowed mode just for recording purposes. That's it. So we're going to say done to this as well. Now here's the intro. We're going to take a look at it, but be warned that there is some copyright material in there. There's a copyright protected song, and I'm going to cut that entire piece out. So we're going to only be seeing about half the intro here. If you want to see the uncut version of it, I suggest that you purchase the game. So let's take a quick look.
War. War never changes. The Romans waged war to gather slaves and wealth. Spain built an empire from its lust for gold and territory. Hitler shaped a battered Germany into an economic superpower. But war never changes. In the 21st century, war was still waged over the resources that could be acquired. Only this time, the spoils of war were also its weapons: petroleum and uranium. For these resources, China would invade Alaska, the US would annex Canada, and the European Commonwealth would dissolve into quarreling, bickering nation-states bent on controlling the last remaining resources on Earth. In 2077, the storm of world war had come again. In 2 brief hours, most of the planet was reduced to cinders. And from the ashes of nuclear devastation, a new civilization would struggle to arise. A few were able to reach the relative safety of the large underground vaults. Your family was part of that group that entered Vault 13. Imprisoned safely behind the large vault door, under a mountain of stone, a generation has lived without knowledge of the outside world. Life in the vault is about to change.
There's a lot of big names on that credit list, and the developers of Fallout are famous in the gaming industry, and Fallout is one of the world's most successful franchises. The only experience I've had with Fallout is with Fallout 3 made by Bethesda. I didn't like it very much, and I gave it up after about 10 hours, but this game is much different than that game. This game is famous, and it deserves a Let's Play, so let's get started. There are 3 pre-made characters to choose from: Max Stone, Natalia, and Albert here, but we're not going to worry about any of these guys. We are going to create our own character. First, let's pick a name. My usual handle, there we go. You can be any age you want. I think I'm going to stick with 25, sounds reasonable. And you can be male or female. I'm going to stick with male. Here's our attributes. Strength modifies hit points, melee damage, and carry weight. Perception modifies sequence, which I believe is initiative. The range combat distance modifiers. Endurance modifies hit points, poison and radiation resistance, healing rate, and additional hit points per level. Charisma here modifies NPC reactions and barter prices. Intelligence modifies the number of new skill points per level, dialogue options, and many skills. Agility modifies action points, armor class, sequence, and many skills. Action points is a big deal in this game. Every action takes points. So if you would take something out of your bag, if you attack a person, if you move, it all takes action points. The more action points you have, the more you can do in a turn. Luck is the weird one in the group. Fate, karma, and extremely high or low luck will affect the character somehow. Events and situations will be changed by how lucky or unlucky your character is. So this is kind of vague in my opinion. So I'm going to lower this down and I'm going to test my luck, put it on poor. Now my vision for this character is sort of like a James Bond type. I want to use pistols and I want to be a smooth talker. So perception here for pistols, the ability to see, hear, taste, and notice unusual things. A high perception is important for a sharpshooter, modifies sequence, and range combat distance modifiers. I think that is pretty much upper alley to be in with pistols. So let's move this up to great. I want that to be pretty high. The next one I want to look at is charisma here. A combination of appearance and charm. A high charisma is important for characters that want to influence people with words. Modifies NPC reactions and barter prices. I want the NPC reactions. I think that's pretty intriguing. So I'm going to pump up one in there. Intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, and the ability to think quickly. High intelligence is important for any character. Modifies the number of skill points per level, dialogue options, and many skills. I think that this one is pretty important. I think I'm going to go up to very good on this. Agility. Coordination and the ability to move well. A high agility is important for any active character. Modifies action points, armor class, sequence, and many skills. For the action points, I'm going to put that up. And I think James Bond is a pretty nimble guy. So I think that this is a good starting point. I apologize if there's any veterans yelling at the screen right now. I am new to the game and I'm just guessing at the moment. I think that this is pretty good. For the optional traits, we can have two traits here. Fast shot, I think I'm going to take. You don't have time to aim for the targeted attack because you attack faster than normal people. It costs you one less action point to use a weapon. I like the sound of that, and it has some guns there. I think that we're going to use that. That goes in good with the sharpshooter. We're going to pick good-natured as well. You studied less combative skills as you were growing up. Your combat skills start at a lower level, but first aid, doctor, speech, and barter are substantially improved. That sounds like on line with what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we grew up in the vault and we didn't have much combat skill. We'd spent most of our time reading books and stuff. So this is what I think we're going to do. For our skills, we have 3 skills we can choose from here. I'm going to pick small guns because I want to do some pistols here. The use, care, and general knowledge of small firearms, pistols, SMGs, and rifles. Submachine guns, I believe SMG is. So this is right up our alley. I think that's pretty good. We're going to pick also speech. The ability to communicate in a practical and an efficient manner. The skill of convincing others that your position is correct. The ability to lie and not get detected. I don't want to lie too much. I want to be a good guy, but this is right up our alley with what we're thinking as well. Now here is one I'm going to pick for practical use. I'm going to pick the first aid. General healing skill. Used to heal small cuts, abrasions, and other minor ills. In game terms, the use of the first aid can heal more hit points over time than just rest. So I think that is what we're going to do here. So this is our character. I think it's pretty good. Let's continue on.
You're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe. Okay?
And here we are in the game. I really love those character animations. I guess I made sculptures of each one and scanned them in. That gives them that unique look. The atmosphere in this game, they have nailed it. It's really good. Oh, we're getting attacked by a rat right off the bat here. This is a turn-based thing. We have entered combat mode. You can see here. Here is our action points. And we have no weapons equipped or anything. Let's just go over the UI here before we attack. This button will allow you to change weapons, which we don't have. Let's go into our inventory. Here's our inventory. Here's our bags. We can go up and down if this is full. Our armor and what's in our two hands and some of our stats here. Let's put that in there. Let's put that in there. And press done. Now that's taken up some action points. Here is the save game and preferences menu. This button right here is our skill deck. First aid is right here. We are very good at first aid, 72%. And these are the skills that we can use. Just click on that and we can perform that action. Here's the map. We're the red dot right there. This is the vault and here's the unexplored caves. We hit the scanner. We do not have the sensor installed. And character sheet here. Here is our character sheet. We are at level 1, experience 0. Karma and kills. We haven't killed anything yet. So there we go. Looking pretty good. And you can also see here, poisoned, radiated, eye damage, crippled arms and legs. There's a lot of things that can happen to us in this game. So it's looking pretty deep. Press done. And the famous Pip-Boy. We can't do it in combat. So we'll kill this rat first and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to swing. 45% chance of hitting. We have done 3 points of damage to the rat. And we missed. And now it's our turn again. You can see we have refilled. And he is dead. So we got rid of the rat. Let's leave the combat. And let's hit the Pip-Boy. Here's the date and time. It is 7:21 in the morning. We have 150 days to find the water chip. Here's the status. I believe these are our quests. Our quest is to find the water chip. Automated maps. We do not have any maps mapped out yet, so this is empty. Archive. The Overseer. I believe that was the person talking to us right before we left the vault. And if we can click on this, we can re-watch that cutscene. And close there. We can hover over things and we can see what they are. See, we see bones and the Vault 13 outer door and the door entry computer. So let's look at this bones. Got a knife in there. We'll take that. And we've got some extra bullets here. We can see what they are. These are armor-piercing bullets, and these are... I'm not sure what JHP stands for. But if we go into here, we can do the same thing. So we got jacketed hollow points, JHP, for there. And we've got armor-piercing rounds here. I am not a gun expert in real life, so I'm not exactly sure what that all means. Let's go and check out this computer. You use the door computer. The computer does not recognize your access code, so they've locked us out of our vault. Which is understandable, they would lock the door behind us. They have fear of the outside world. And just imagine what this person is going through. He's spent 25 years inside a vault, and this is his first time probably smelling non-recycled air. So he's probably pretty nervous at this time, and he's lost. And we have a rat attacking us. Let's swing our knife. We've done 4 points of damage to him. And now he's dead. Let's keep going here. We have another rat attacking us. I really enjoy the combat system in this game. It's very methodical. Every move counts. I really like it. Let's go down here because I don't want to have more than one rat attack me at once. He's squeaked here. And if you hover around any of these things, you can click on any one of these and it'll give you a description. Cave wall, nothing out of the ordinary, right? A stalagmite, a natural extension of the rock floor. So there's a lot of detail in the game if you look for it. Let's go up here. I don't want... Okay, here comes another rat. Hit it once. He squeaks in pain. We're missing pretty much every shot here. We've got him finally. All right, let's go over here. We've got another one coming at us. He's dead. So let's leave combat. We can initiate combat ourselves. Right now, I'm just kind of getting close enough where the rats initiate the combat, but we can initiate the combat by pressing this. Now we're in combat mode again. We can go 4. Try to get closer to the rat here. One more. Now he's going to come for us. He's dead. I don't want to use my pistol right now because I want to save that ammo. I think wasting it on rats is kind of a waste, so we're not going to do it. I think there's a rat over here somewhere. No rat? Okay. There's no rat there. Any rats up here? Doesn't look like it. Let's just see if there's anything out of the ordinary here. Just a cave wall and rocks. You can see here the detail. Let's take a look at our map. We've explored this area. Let's go down here and see what's there. Let's flip it on high. This shows, I think, stalagmites probably around. I'm not sure. There is a rat right there. Let's see if we can get his attention. Let's enter combat mode ourselves. Move 1. And then attack him. Missed. And we only have 1 action point left, but it takes 2 action points to swing our weapon. So we're going to have to say that's a turn. Oh, it hit us for 1 point of damage. And we've killed it. So let's leave combat. Let's go down here and see if we can get this guy to notice us. Let's enter combat again. 2 steps forward. Uh-oh, I can't see him because he's in front of me. Let's take a step sideways here. Oh, I wasn't in front of him. There we go. Missed. Hit him once. We only have 1 action point left, so we'll click turn. He's done 2 points of damage to us. Very nice. Let's leave it at that. We'll go get out of combat mode. Let's move up and see. This one's attacking us now. Perfect. There he goes. Now we can search the bodies here if we wanted, although there's nothing on this rat to take. Let's go over here and see if we can get this rat's attention. Oh, it hit us for 2 points of damage. I got a little too close there. It's dead. There is a lot of rats over here, all in one group. I don't want to fight more than one at a time. Let's see if we can get one of these guys' attention here. Here we go. Pulling one in. That one's dead. Let's see if we can get some more rats' attention. There is one coming. Oh, we got 2. This is bad. Hopefully we can deal these guys. Let's go for the higher one, 45%. Oh, let's kill them all, please. We've missed. We got hit for 3 points. One's dead. Oh, another 3 points. We're at 19 health. Okay. Let's go over here. If I press a double click, we can run. And let's try out the skill deck. We're going to do some first aid on ourselves. Let's actually, before we do that, note the time here. It's 7:25 in the morning. Now let's do the first aid. You failed at healing. But now it's 7:55 in the morning. So we've gained, 30 minutes it takes to do that. Now remember, every minute counts because we have 150 days to find our purifier. Let's see if we can draw another one of these rats in. Oh, I'm not having any luck hitting these guys. There we go. We have 3 rats left. Let's go down and see if we get There we go. We've drawn this guy in. Love it. I really like the battle system. It's a lot of fun in my opinion. I wish more games would, you know, experiment with this type. Dead there. Let's keep rolling here. Squeak. Last try here. Oh. Did 2 points of damage to us. Finally killed it. That was a super rat. So it looks like, let's get out of combat mode here. It looks like we've got everything cleared in this room. Let's take a look at these bone piles here. You can see here we see bones. And if we click on it, a large pile of bleached animal bones. At least you think all the bones are animal. Interesting. And here's another pile, and it's got the same response. Very cool indeed. A lot of detail. The fighting is detailed. The atmosphere is detailed. This is turning out to be a good choice of a Let's Play. I'm really having a good time so far. There is another rat, I think right over here. There he is. Back to us. Ouch, he hit us for 3 points of damage. I got too close there. He's dead. Let's take a look at our character sheet. We have 475 out of 1,000. And we got 14 out of 30 hit points left. So we're pretty injured from that. But again, our combat skill is not the best. Let's take a look at the map here. We've explored everything. Let's go down, follow where we're going here. To the west, you see a natural light. For the first time in your life, you are looking at the outside world. Just imagine what this guy is feeling. Again, he's been in the vault for 25 years. Now he's getting actual fresh air. Well, irradiated fresh air. I'm not sure how fresh post-apocalyptic air would be, but it's got to be a huge shock to the system. It's probably extremely nervous at this moment. We have some bones here. We see some bones. You think these might be horned kangaroo bones, but you cannot be sure. They are too weathered to make a final determination. Again, the detail is fantastic. So, we are about to leave the cave. Let's call that an episode for today. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.